Happier, much happier
And you
times.
just lived happily ever after until, in a dream world, both of you got plague and died.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan.
I'm Adam.
And this is Two Neighbors. Adam, what are we checking out today?
We're checking out something a little different. This is guests making Conan O'Brien laugh. Cool. So I'm sure there's lots of different people in this. And I love watching Conan.
Yeah, it's always something. I think like it started back with like Johnny Carson. Like it was a huge economy. Like if you could get Johnny Carson laughing, get him in stitches, then like that was like a huge thing. It might be a little easier to get some of the late night guys to crack up today, but it's still funny, and some of the guests on the show.
Well, I mean, the thing is with Conan is you see when he like breaks his character of being Conan, and he really just like takes a moment. It's like that was really funny. Yeah. So maybe we'll see some of those moments in here.
All right,
let's do it.
Okay.
I'm watching a ball game, and all of a sudden everybody stands up holding up a sign of somebody that they either know that's dying of cancer or died of it in the middle of the game. It's just like, what are you doing? Trying to watch a game here. You know, no, there's a time and a place. Look, I know somebody. I know somebody that has died of cancer. I would never go to the movies with you and in the middle of it hit pause and be like, oh, by the way, Conan, I know this guy. He died of cancer. It was horrific. I could have lifted him up off the sheet with 2 fingers. It was horrible. Hey, enjoy. Oh, by the way, I got molested when I was 9. I just think it's
so do you ever get insulted that many movies... I mean, I imagine you do. Yeah. Do you ever get insulted that Germans are always the bad guys in movies?
No. Do you know why?
Why?
I mean, have you Wikipedia'd Germany history?
If Germans play bad guys in all the other films, who plays bad guys in Germany?
The Germans. We are very self-aware. Who should play bad? We should play the bad guy.
You never stand and say, may I have a whole host of prostitutes under any situation.
There's no situation where that would be justified.
I don't believe so. Maybe 800 years ago. But
if you were a sultan.
Yes, then you could do it.
A Bedouin sultan riding about on a camel who'd say, bring me my courtesans, my prostitutes.
Courtesan sounds better.
It does, doesn't it? But the job's the same.
Yeah.
You can tell yourself you're a courtesan in the shower. While you're washing away the guilt. Courtesan! The sweet smell of courtesan on my finger. Okay.
And I was talking on the phone to my mom, and Nolte sits down next to me. He's like, oh, you're talking to your mama? And I was like, yeah. He's like, Happy Mother's Day. And I was like, oh, would you mind telling her that yourself? I know that's obnoxious, but it's Nolte, right?
Sure, yeah.
So he's like, okay, yeah. So I give him the phone, and he's like, Happy Mother's Day. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, you take care now. And he handed the phone back to me, and I was like, okay, bye, Mom, love you. And I hung up the phone, and he looks at me, he's like, your mama thinks I'm Gary Busey.
The conversations always went the same way. I'd say,
John Cleese.
John.
Great.
She said, hello, John, how are you? I said, I'm fine, Mum, how are you? And then she would, with a sort of sense of surprise, she'd say, well, I'm just a little bit down this week. Oh. And I don't know why she was surprised, because she was just a little bit down this week for 50 years.
Yeah, he's gotta be old now.
He's so great though.
Oh yeah. 92, I think, because all the people at the home are dying around you like flies. You're just sort of chatting to someone, and then you go up and get your custard and come back, and he's dead. I have an idea. And she said, oh, what is that? And I said, look, if you're still feeling this way next week, I have a friend in Fulham, and I could give him a call if you like, but only if you like. And he could come down and kill you. To me, well, not one time. She was always saying to me, you'll miss me when I've gone. He used to irritate me.
Yeah, you'll miss me when I'm gone.
Miss me when I'm gone, and who knows, maybe I will one day, I don't know.
Savage.
And I said, no, I won't. And I don't, because I was fed up with it, you know.
Yeah, sure.
And she said, why not? And I thought, whoops. So I got across the line. I said, because, Mum, I said, when you die, I am going to a taxidermist and having you stuffed. And I said, and I'm going to keep you in a glass case by the front door. And every time I go out, I shall say, bye, Mum. So that's why I won't
Hello,
miss you.
Mum. Bye, Mum.
But the lovely thing was she was delighted.
Yeah.
She was absolutely delighted. She went round the elderly person's residence saying to people, yes, when I die, my son's going to have his stuff.
Because I actually like Florida State, but that tomahawk chop thing drives me nuts. And it has nothing to even do with the Native American thing. It's the fact that they do it every like 3 seconds. They form a huddle, and all of a sudden the band starts playing, and everybody in the crowd's like, like, and they never get sick of it. It's like the band knows one song. It's like, I got it. You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that is, you know, like Native Americans never even did that. You know, like white people came up with that in like the 1920s when they were making like they first got sound in movies. Like, what do they sound like? I don't know. They got some moron on the set also just goes. That sounds good. Put some rouge on his face and have him do it with an axe. That'd be great. It's like, how do you? I don't know how you.
No.
And even if I was the biggest Florida State fan ever, like even like halfway through the first quarter, I'm tapping out. It's like this. Can we get another song going here?
Yeah, something.
I don't know. I think I made the point.
Yeah, you made the point. Where is your fat specifically?
Well, my body's like the apartment of a drug dealer. Like, at first you're like, there's no cash here, but then you're like, tear open the couch and there's 900,000.
It's like men who drive, like have midlife crisis and will drive like a red car. A sports car.
Do you think that's true? Do you think if you see a man driving like a red, expensive sports car, it means he's got a small penis?
Absolutely.
That's good to know.
Haven't you ever seen Jay Leno riding in that red
People compensate, yeah.
Where's my cue cards?
The full hospital for special surgeries report on my hip and pelvis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What every man wants to hear.
It's not. It's
Unremarkable.
That's good.
The winner would get to do a live show here. A 3-minute act on your show. The great.
That's a
Great.
the show that makes you cry when you have to go on it. That's your big reward.
Yeah. Why should I be the only one that suffers? So they get the chance to come on here, and maybe someone's watching from a real channel.
Yes, Animal Planet may see it. I'm telling you, I was up last night.
Or just someone who runs a pub gig that might go.
Is this true?
Yeah.
Were you in a band called Hole Shot?
Yeah. The guy on the left is like hanging his head in shame, knowing that in 20 years there's going to be on a talk show. The guy on the right is just afraid he's going to get hit by the.
Yeah. Were you guys good?
Going right over there.
You know,
But
you just like set this bar so high that from then on, the cast was just eating scraps from your table.
Yeah.
You know?
As an actor.
I talked to Joaquin Phoenix about your part on the thing. He said that your depiction of a talk show host made him want to shoot you in the eye.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey documentary on Netflix where he's for that Andy Kaufman movie where he was in character. Wait, you saw it?
Yeah.
He's like in character 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, never breaks character. I watched that documentary in character.
Really?
My character hated it.
Your character didn't like
My
it?
character thought it was just narcissistic and pretentious.
Like the Middle Ages, it was just easier because, like, you know, you just lived in a small village. You didn't know there was another village. You know what I mean? You never left.
Yeah.
You just like married whoever was in your village of a similar age that wasn't dead yet.
They were simpler times.
Yes!
And you didn't worry about what you were wearing or you didn't, you were going like, hey, Andy, is there any, how's my breath? You know what I mean? Everyone's breath was terrible because the harvest failed and they had to eat their dogs. It's like, there was no gum. There was no, you didn't go to restaurants like maybe, you just married a woman and then like you met a woman on a Wednesday, you were married on a Friday and she was having kids by the following Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause
Exactly.
you had to get the kids out before winter came. And because they were all gone, and you were losing 3 or 4.
This is terribly dark.
But he was happier times. It was simpler times.
You're right. Happier, much happier
And you
times.
just lived happily ever after until, in a dream world, both of you got plague and died.
That was a beautiful marriage. Last time I was here, we got in a bath together.
I don't remember that.
No, nor do I. It probably didn't happen then.
No, it didn't happen. There's no way that you and I took off our clothes and got into a bathtub.
Wow.
And I was wearing American boxers, and you were wearing European Speedos.
You do remember it really well, don't you?
I was on your lap.
Keep your hands on the table.
Well done.
Yeah.
Team Coco. Yeah, I mean, Conan O'Brien, he's great. I remember the time where he was taking over Jay Leno's show and then didn't really last too long and went off. I guess he was like a different person for that type of audience.
I think, yeah, he didn't
comedy.
quite fit in. I mean, he's got his own, like, unique brand of comedy.
Yeah.
Personally, I was a Letterman fan. I never really got into Conan too much, but as I see more clips, like, he's grown on me a bit, and yeah, that was really funny. Like, some of the guests and the comedians on there.
Oh, some great guests.
Awesome
great
stuff.
Guests.
Like, I don't know if you've seen that. Like, the one guy was on there and he was talking about when Jim Carrey filmed Man on the Moon.
Yeah.
Have you seen that documentary?
Yeah, I've seen that documentary.
Really, really fast. If you guys haven't seen it, basically, like, the entire time Jim Carrey was filming the biopic about Andy Kaufman, he stayed in character the whole time, including showing up to the set as Tony Clifton. Like, I love like the whole like Tony Clifton.
He like ran his
character.
car into like the trailer and shit. Like he did some
and he
really
was like
crazy stuff.
He drunk and he like took a swing at something.
Andy
He just,
Kaufman
like,
type
character.
behavior.
Which, like, I get that's like, in terms of like comedy, like flashback to like Peter Sellers and stuff. And if you guys like, if you don't know Peter Sellers is from like the Pink Panther movies, and he did the movie The Party, which awesome, like classic comedy. And Peter Sellers was genius, and he used to stay in character for like months before. And like his wife, like, well, he went through women like hot and cold, but his wife one time at a dinner party was so embarrassed by him that she like threatened to divorce him. Like, she was like done with him because he was in character with the French accent doing like, you know, Chief Inspector Clouseau, and he was like joking around and like and she was getting so mad, and she's like, you like shut up, like, and he goes, madam, I will not stand for this, and he goes, and I bid you all good day, and he leaves, and he goes, and there's a closet there, and he opens up the closet and he slams it behind him. And everyone just busts out laughing, including his wife, right?
Yeah.
There's just such a good joke, and he like comes out, he goes, there's nothing I like better than a good closet ploy. And they actually called the writer next day, and they wrote it into the script, and it's one of the most iconic scenes, but he actually did it at a dinner party, angering his wife to the point where she wanted a divorce, and I think got one.
Yeah, well, that's
that. Yeah, so anyways, great clips. Yeah, if you guys have anything else that you want us to watch, leave it down below. #
my request.
Yeah, along with the link, guys. Please put the link so you know, we know exactly what to watch. And other than that, if you wouldn't mind sharing, and subscribing, it really does help us, and we really do appreciate it.
That's it for our show today, guys. Thank you very much for all the support, and we will see you next time.
Later, guys.